Tony Colman from London Electricity. Keep it locked to dnbscene.com. It's kind of funky. That's 4 words. I can't really comment on that because I made it. When you make something, you completely love it and you hate it at the same time. So sometimes I really do like it a lot, and sometimes I fucking hate it. All of them. They could all be improved. Definitely. But I'm satisfied with it as well, because you can never look at anything you've ever done, if you're an honest person, and say it couldn't be any better, because that makes you an arrogant cunt if you say that. And at the end of the day, I'm quite happy with what I did. That's probably the only critic I'm aware of who said that, unless I haven't read all the press. Yeah, I read that one. Much as I sympathise with some of the political stance of The Guardian, I'm not sure that they're the most qualified journal when it comes to drum and bass. That was a decision towards the end. As I was finishing the album, it was a decision that I took over Christmas to put a proper live show together, totally uncompromised. So yeah, it's a different move. It's totally separate from making music. I'm using samples, but we're playing them live. So there's a lot of samples in there, but me and Landslide are actually playing them live. So there's nothing sequenced. So there's no loops. It's I wasn't interested. I wouldn't have done it otherwise. It's boring. For me, though, there's nothing more tedious than being at a gig and seeing someone with their laptop open. If I want to see someone with their laptop open, I'll get on the tube and go into London at 9 o'clock in the morning. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Gets better. This band's wicked. It's like we're constantly evolving the show, constantly developing it. We're learning new material. Our next London show's in October. Come back to the Jazz Cafe, so we'll have some new material in it for then. There's an appetite within the band. It doesn't really bother me. I've learned that one. I'm the very first record I ever made. I was absolutely wetting myself when it got released, and got severely depressed before all the copies sold out. And then I was quite happy after that. But I mean, obviously, if it had bombed, I might have had to kind of go to Thailand and reassess my entire life or something. But it didn't, so it's done quite well. So I'm quite happy about that. I mean, you are bothered at the end of the day because you put so much love and work into it, but it's things like reading all the press and stuff like that. I don't really read it, which is probably why I missed what you were saying earlier. I've seen the press back in the office, and it's that fat. In fact, the only interview that I've actually read properly was the one for Future Music, because as a producer, that's kind of nice because you're in Future Music and you're talking about all your techniques, and you're generally kind of wanking off, which is fun. But in the other interviews, You know, most of them are the same around the release of the album because you're at the same stage, so you're kind of saying the same things in a way. So I'm not really bothered about all of that. It's good. I mean, there was a wave before, wasn't there? In about '96. Sorry, I'm wobbling this cable. In 1996, there was a wave of live drum and bass that was kind of obviously represent. Were out there. I think it was '97 they went out. But I mean, there were some bands I remember, like around London, some unknown and unheard of bands who were doing live drum and bass, but they mostly fell by the wayside when the scene got darker. And I think it's got a lot to do with the way the scene is shaping musically now. You know, people feel able to, you know, to do it. They feel they're going to be accepted doing it because there's been a lot more vocal stuff out, which is fairly key for live drum and bass. You know, so it's a reflection of that, and it's a reflection of a new generation of producers coming through as well, without a doubt. Up and coming talents are there's SKC, it's a producer from Budapest, who's coming through with some amazing music at the moment. There's Newtone, who, although I'm a bit biased, he's wicked. I mean, just signed to Hospital, but he's absolutely smashing it. There's Scientific, again, another recent signing to Hospital. There's like Hazard. I'm really in Hazard stuff. There's quite a few newcomers as it goes at the moment. It's not hard. If the music's doing it, anyone will, and that's the bottom line. You know, if the music is there, then it's going to get snapped up.
Is it a lot more open than it used to be?
Yeah.
2 or 3 years ago?
Oh yeah, without a shadow of a doubt. And I mean, I think in a way, Hospital, we helped to show that with High Contrast because we brought him out of nowhere. We introduced him to the scene and he blew up within a matter of months. You know, and I think the scene's changed now. It's a lot less closed than it used to be, and there's an appetite for new talent like there never was before. Wicked, it's never been better. You know, the whole economy is going through a rough ride at the moment, and the music industry is really suffering in a big way, but drum and bass is holding its own. You know, a lot of genres of music are falling by the wayside. Really, really suffering, you know, but drum and bass is going really, really well. You just got to go to parties at the weekend and you can just see what's going on. You know, the loyalty, the knowledge, the love that's in the drum and bass community is second to none. Just work as hard as you possibly can. Dedicate yourself to it 110%. You're not in it for the money. You know, you're in it because you love doing it. You're not even in it to succeed. You're in it because you love doing it. You know, love the process, love the journey. And then it's going to happen. I think we're going to record some live tunes, definitely. Whether there'll be a live album or not, that's a bit... It's kind of appealing to do it because you wouldn't normally do it, so that's a good reason to do it. But I think probably we'll definitely get some live tunes down, and they will appear at some point. Do you know what I mean? Maybe on the next album or as a bonus live CD with the next album or whatever. You know, they'll definitely be they'll be done. I mean, we're going to book in the studio in November when we finish our UK tour. Well, we should be pretty hot by then, so yeah, it's going to be fun.
I will dance to the beat of a different drum. I will dance to the beat of a different